We're here with Father Muir following the 6th Sunday in Ordinary Time.
16th.
16th,
Yes.
Excuse me. What
Yes.
did I say?
6, but
6th. I couldn't
off.
read I'm looking right at it. Anyway, 16th Sunday in Ordinary Time, and listening to your homily today, it really felt like from all the readings, one of the biggest things that you were trying to touch on was separation, division, but coming back as one, and how crucial that is, and really even looking outside the readings from just this week, but in life as a whole, how big that is right now for the world.
Yeah, the readings were, a lot of kind of Good Shepherd type readings that Christ fulfills the prophecies to be this great shepherd, this gathering force. But I wanted to kind of focus it on that amazing line from St. Paul in Ephesians chapter 3 when he says that Christ has made one person out of two, which can sound kind of theoretical or esoteric, but it's the church, right? The church is this oneness that Christ has united himself. The Son of God has united himself in a oneness, which is an even greater oneness than a husband and a bride to the church. And that oneness is this point of unity. So that sounds like a lot of theology, but it's so practical because the stuff that drives us crazy, which hurts us in life, is our separations on whatever level. But then the power of Christ in his church, his grace, brings things back together, puts things back together. So I said in the homily that Catholics should be allergic. We should be spiritually allergic to disunity. That doesn't mean we should be like naive or have our heads in the clouds or anything, but we should always resist as best we can any form of disunity. And then we should always be unity. Whatever builds up unity in the church, what builds up unity in relationships and in the world. That's what we're after because we are one with Christ.
Another thing I wrote down that I thought was big, you talked about Christ and his church and the unity there, but reunite and stray from division. Again, just great words to hear.
Yeah, what's the big story? It's the story of a divorced reality being remarried. It's a great way to think about the whole of the Bible. Adam and Eve reunited in Christ and the church. God and man separated, then reunited in Christ and in his church. So let's talk about hopeful stuff. Now, it doesn't mean that life is easy. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage, perfect relationship, anything perfect in this life. And yet, at the same time, in Christ and in his church, the grace he gives us, there is this power to overcome divisions. So I think as Catholics, we don't want to be too defensive. We definitely don't want to be like addicted to disunity or division. That's sinful. We should have a kind of hope and encouragement that even when we face division or disunity, that the closer we are to Christ, the more we're going to be instruments of unity. I mean, and then there can be miracles of unity, of forgiveness, of healing. And so, I think that's kind of the focus. I mean, God knows whether it's stuff in the life of the church or stuff in the sort of the secular world or whatever. It's disunity really discourages us, and there's a unity that comes from Christ. There's a unity and a peace that just doesn't come from anywhere else. Only he's the one that can give us. So that should make us Catholics very not naive. It should make us but very hopeful.
Talking about unity and thinking about this parish as a whole, how we're all coming back together now. It sounds like there could be something coming down the pipeline to kind of unite us more.
There is something coming down the pipeline. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but I'm going to tease it forward. So this coming weekend, my weekly flock note, I'm going to be announcing a project that we've been working on that's going to be coming out in the fall. Very excited about it. I think it's a very cool thing. And I won't tell you anything except this. It's got a great potential to really unite people, to draw people into the mystery of Christ and his church right here in the far West Valley. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give you any more info except stay tuned in our flock notes. Coming out in just a few days.
All right. We'll patiently wait a couple days. Father, thank you so much, and we will talk to you later this week.
Sounds great. God bless everybody.